Okay, back to Twitter. I didn't know. Okay, I guess you have to pick up the fucking note. That's annoying. On a slightly more topical note, apparently someone held up a sign during Collegiate Hearthstone that says "Free Hong Kong, boycott Blizzard." This is gonna keep happening. This is just gonna keep fucking happening to Blizzard. Like, it's becoming a meme now. Which is, like, a very weird status, because that's a very real, like, political conflict going on right now. Not sure how I should feel about that, but... it's pretty funny. Nevertheless, like, I mean, I don't know. It could be worse. If I've learned anything from current year, it's that you can meme anything into existence if you try hard enough. And Hong Kong independence is as good a place as any to try that. You know, just in case my position on that wasn't abundantly clear by this point. I'd honestly say that, like, that guy's outburst during his like post Hearthstone interview, he said he wanted the to get the attention for the cause using his platform, and I'd say he was very fucking successful at that. Yeah, that's what gets me, is that they didn't just strip him of his, like, his pro player status, they stripped him of his money. That's bullshit. He won that money. Like, fuck you, pay him. He won. Like, don't be a bitch. That's his fucking money. He earned that. Well, it's kind of hard to not bring up politics during a stream of Devotion, a game that was banned from sale because of Chinese politics. Yeah, like, it's one thing to cut ties with the guy. Like, pro ties, which I would still regard as being massively fucking cowardly, by the way. But, like, pay him. Like, he won the money. Fucking pay the guy. Successfully executed this time. Alright, now what? Now you approach the radio. Off to a much better start this time. Right, you actually need to pick this up too. Door. I walked in the wrong direction like a dipshit. Right, we've successfully gotten past the first 5 minutes without any major fuck-ups. The catch is... what's next? I don't remember the next bit. It's chapter... I need to practice chapter 1. I actually legit need to practice chapter 1. No, get the door from the main bedroom. Opening the door is fine, but get the door from the main bedroom. And then songbook is in the bathroom. Much better this time. Much better. Europe didn't try to ban memes necessarily, not exactly, but they had a hand in like a really heavy-handed and very stupid fucking copyright bill that would have effectively allowed them to do so, because like big old suits don't understand how copyright law doesn't really fucking work in 2019. Has it ever worked really? But like it's especially bad. I basically function under the assumption that copyright law isn't real. Copyright law doesn't exist, and it's more a matter of just not pissing off the people who are... not pissing off the people who are, like, paying your bills. There we go. That's what you have to do. I really love these, like, these live-action videotape segments. There's such a menacing fucking energy to it. But yeah, I don't think copyright law is real. I don't think it's actually a real thing. Like, we function in an age of seek forgiveness instead of permission. It doesn't actually work to protect people's, like, ideas from being stolen, because people do it all the time, especially to smaller creators. It's more about, like, big people with money fucking bullying anyone doing something they don't like. Does this one require a key? I think it does. Yeah, it does. Put it away, dumbass. I think you have to... I don't remember if you actually need to look at that sign or not. I've had, like, my shit stolen fucking flat out on the internet, and YouTube doesn't fucking... Like, I'm still, like, mad about the Russian guy. I'm especially mad because that guy had the balls to show his face to, like, a real physical event where I was at. I called him a cunt. I don't think he heard me. Pulling some needles. Yeah, copyright law is a failure in 2019, and arguably has always been a failure, but it's just, like, especially a failure in the modern age. It's almost as if copyright law isn't very well equipped to deal with people who, in the age of everyone being both a copyright owner and a user. You know, especially before you get into, like, Disney corrupting it out the fucking ass and what have you. I shouldn't have the lighter out. He has to put it out before I do things. I wonder if that loses time. I think it loses time. Baito requests the game. No, requests I. Okay, fine. This is why I like video games, because Disney has routinely failed to really get much of a foothold in gaming. Because they seem to have missed the part where they actually have to make good games. I love to sit down and watch the television. Such a menacing energy. Chinese shows are still like this, as you've been very, very eager to let me know, and honestly, that has a menacing energy of it to itself. I don't know if this, like, makes this more effective, but I'm gonna keep doing it. That totally did make it more effective. That was definitely faster. I don't know if that split was accurate, but, like, it was close enough. Honestly, Zoku, if you can find me a show like that that's, like, subbed in English, naturally, because, you know, I can't fucking understand Chinese. Then I would watch it. Just to see how true to life this game is. It won't live up to Produce 101. To be honest, I don't think anything will live up to Produce 101. Why's everything gotta go all trippy on me? Later, Southpaw. I'm calling you Southpaw, because I don't actually know how to pronounce that sequence of letters. Suspicious hole in the wall. My favorite part of any architectural design is when there's just a hole in the wall. It was caused by a heated game. I actually think that's, come to think of it, that's quite possibly the implication. I don't know. Could you punch a hole in a brick wall like that? Is it a brick wall? Like, I don't know. How are Chinese homes normally built, right? Because, like, this is a thing. This differs between regions. Because I've seen people, like, punch holes in American walls, and I'm like, holy shit, what? But it took me a while to work out that's because American walls are, like, built like fucking, like, dust. Whereas if, like, British homes are brick, you can't punch a hole in that. You'll break your fucking hand. I always thought Americans were just, like, super strong or something. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it never occurred to me that the physical construction of the wall be different. When I saw someone, like, punch a hole in a wall once, I was like, holy shit. But you can't do that in Britain because it's all brick. Like, you can't fucking punch through a hole. You can't punch a hole in a brick wall like that. But I thought it was brick wall. So, like, the Smash Rage compilation. I've seen a Smash Rage where someone just, like, punches a hole in a wall, and I was like, holy fucking shit. Until I realized, oh shit, right. I only realized pretty recently, in fact, like, when I went to America, that American walls are way thinner. Even your internal walls are brick, yeah. They're designed to keep heat in. It's also good for soundproofing. Not that my neighbor seems to care. I'm on spicy pace. Can this game be tasked to perfection, or is there RNG? It can be tasked to perfection. There's no random element in this game, not a single bit. It wouldn't really serve the game's function very well if there was, honestly. Tried to play the shoes. That would have been a very good idea. I mean, I imagine there's, like, a real reason that the United States mostly uses drywall. I would fucking hope so, at least. The reason British homes are usually made of mostly brick is... because of the climate. It's fucking cold in this country. Also, our homes are generally built to last. Like, we don't have to deal with, like, natural disasters fucking our shit up every so often, so we're not, like, attached to the idea of having to, like, abandon our home every so... Like, that's crazy to me that happens, or that just a tornado fucking tears through and destroys your house. That's mental. But, like, that happens, so you build that shit cheap. So you can discard it when it gets fucking owned. I've never been to Seattle, no. Maybe some parts of America have a similar climate, I don't know. Does Seattle get natural disasters? Hi, versing Seattle. The expert has arrived. The Seattle expert has logged on. Man, that's fucked. Yes, we were discussing how British homes are built in a different way. I don't know why I'm like doing the affected accent thing. British homes. I'm putting on the posh accent in order to sound more of a twat. Fuck you, Zoku. You talking shit, like I wouldn't find out. Why do I even have this tone of voice? What is this register? Spooky. Boo. Zoku's always fucking roasting me. She's terrible to me. Fuck you. I will not stand for my chat owning me in this fashion. I am not to be owned. I will not own anyone, nor will I be owned. That is the punchy promise. I hate this voice. I'm gonna stop doing that now. It sounds... Does it not sound weird, like, putting on a posher accent, even though that's like I'm actually British? It's like a British person doing a British accent. Is that not weird? I think that's weird. such a bad New Yorker. How about that, Camden? Fucking hell. I don't know, that's just what happens if I fluff up my, if I enunciate slightly clearer. If I enunciate slightly clearer, I take on that kind of tone of voice. It's what I would use for, I don't know, mildly more formal occasions, I suppose. Mildly. Or if I wanted to sound slightly cleverer than I actually am. That delay, though. I guess I should put the lighter on immediately. Maybe not, I don't know. Fuck. Get around the corner. Hello? What is this angle? Oh my god, fuck. Yo, I can't marble game. Jesus. Why are you further away from it? I'm dying over here, dude. Run lost to marbles. It's fucking over, dude. Marbles killed the run. By the way, Ukulele and the Impossible Lair came out recently, and the publisher rejected my key request. Because I ask for those now. Sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. I reckon having a check mark would make it easier. Fucking Twitch. But also Indivisible is out, and that seems good. There's like a couple of games that came out recently that seem interesting. And here I am playing Devotion. It's always Zoku's fault. When it comes to marbles, Zoku is to blame. The curse of marbles on stream. Oh yeah, I'm devoted to this speedrun, man. Legendary. Indivisible does look neat. A lot of things look neat. I don't have enough time for all this shit. Someone please... Someone, like, fire me from my job, but without actually losing money, so I can just play games all day, and then I might actually be able to make a significant dent in this shit. Although, you know, if I actually lost my job, I'd just spend 8 hours a day playing Sound Vortex. Like, you just know I'm the kind of guy who would do some shit like that. I mean, badmouth Pump. I don't badmouth Pump, sort of. Sort of. I hate the fact that if you miss a hold note, it fucking instantly kills you. I shouldn't jump there, that's stupid. It does, okay, some hold notes tick, like, ridiculously quickly, and some don't tick very often at all. Like, Pump is a game that's far more willing to do, like, BPM gimmicks in service of that. Which is both, like, a strength and a weakness. It lets you do some interesting visual flair with your charts, because they are actually willing to not be very rigid about it. But also sometimes it means, oops, you missed that hold note, you fucking die. Because there are 5 ticks within, like, half a second, and it's like, okay, shit. Don't be bad and don't miss. I don't know, like, I've passed a 13 in Pump now. I passed Setsuna Trip. But I tried to pass Pick Me 13, and I failed because I missed one hold in the middle and instantly died. And I was like, okay, fuck that then. I then tried to play doubles and died because I missed all the notes. I'm really bad. I'm really bad at doubles still, like, in any game. I'm just not good at doubles. Like, even in DDR, the hardest I've passed in doubles on DDR is a 13. I am no good at double. The sausages version. Yes. K-pop is a very curious genre of music because it's undeniably catchy, but still not something I actually want to listen to. Hi, early level. Twitch was cooperative today, yes. And the finale, it went about as well as you could possibly expect from fucking Illbleed. I hope the people who saw the ending of Illbleed considered it worth it. Hi, Flad. I have to wake up in, like 8. I should actually probably go to bed, like, now. This is actually about when I'd normally go to bed, but I've committed to at least finishing this run, so oops. I'm sacrificing sleep for this. This is a bad idea. I should have a split for the Shasha book. The greatest gift of all was actually your tears!
山坡上开了好多好多的郁金香，丰饶神也好开心。从此以后，莎莎和爸爸一起照顾这片花海，永远开开心心的生活在一起。
Night, Gracia. Thanks for dropping by. It lowers your walk speed for this section now!
还是没有好，又要一整天躺在床上，真的好讨厌。但是有一个好事，那就是爸爸送了我一个礼物，是一本故事书。睡觉的时候，他一句一句的念给我听，我还在上面乱画，把故事改得很好笑，好好玩。爸爸教我折故事里的那种花，色纸用完了，我们就拿爸爸不要的稿纸来用。一开始
The only K-pop I know is actually from Pump.
教我真的好开心，而且折了很多魔法的郁金香后，我的呼吸就变得很顺，真的好神奇哦。我偷偷
Like, it is not a genre I would ever care to explore outside of Pump It Up.
写草念故事的时候，爸爸就会看到了。
I'm also upset because Hot Issue isn't in the game anymore. I really want to try that fucking chart. It's the worst chart. That's it, that's all I want to do.
9月19日，天气晴。一个人在家的时候，我也觉得很害怕，越想越紧张。
I would play it at least once, and I would die immediately, but I would play it at least once.
一直发抖和咳嗽。
I wish I knew how to get it so that, like, you don't fail out, but, like, you just get, like, a rank that denotes that you fucked up at the end. Because, like, I know Pump can do that, but for some reason the Prime 2 we have at the arcade doesn't do that.
常常吸不到空气的感觉。
So if you miss a hold note and fucking die, it will
睡着以后，
kick you out of the stage instantly, which is very annoying.
睡不着的时候，爸爸都会带我去找何老师。感冒或身体不舒服的时候，爸爸也会带我去那里拜拜。因为我以前病得最重的时候，是给何老师看过才好起来的，所以爸爸很信任何老师。妈妈说不要太相信那个，可是爸爸相信，所以我也相信。我要努力赶快好起来。
There's a setting called Stage Break, and it's set in the opera. Okay, I bet you if I bug someone about that, they could change it. Like, they're quite responsive to my bullshit at that arcade. Although they don't clean the dance rush often enough. On the off chance any arcade club staff are listening in, fucking clean the dance rush machine, it fucks up all the time. That shit is always ghosting, and it's always because, like, some fucking dickhead spilled, like, something on it, and it's like, fucking clean the machine, please. I'm begging you. I didn't split because I'm dumb, I'm gonna split now. That was a complete split miss. It's funny because I don't mind like failing out when the life bar empties in something like DDR. Because you have to miss a lot of fucking notes to fail out in DDR, whereas like in Pump you miss one fucking hold and it kills you. So it's like, yeah, I would actually strongly prefer if it didn't do that. Like, I want to challenge charts that are just slightly above my skill level to get a better grip on it. Like, that's what I like to do. And now that, like, the arcade actually, like, got some manner of, like, I think it got event mode going, so I actually don't... You actually don't die now if you fail out in DDR. In fact, you actually can't. Like, that's kind of... Pump will also, like, fail you automatically if you get, like, a big miss streak. I know that about it. But, like, I really wish DDR had that because, you know, I fuck up and, like, I fail the song and it's like, ah, fuck it, just kick me out so I can restart. But no, it will play the whole song out to the finish. And it's like, why, bitch? I actually want to fail. It's like, the only way to do that is to use, like, Life 4 or Risky. And it's like... I don't want to use Life 4. I'm trying to pass an 18. I will not fucking pass an 18 on Life 4. Who do I look like? Or a 17, rather, because, like, I had, like, a set where I did, like, 3 attempts of Fascination Max and fucking failed all of them. And it's like... How much there is depends on the difficulty level of the chart? Fucking why? I hate that. DDR seemed fairly consistent. Like, if you miss this many notes in a row at the start, it will kill you. Although I think jumps count more. And freezes count more, too. And shock arrows count fucking billio. Although, like, I've just started getting into Sound Vortex, hence the controller, right? That game has many life bars, and they're all weird. Like, you have normal rate, which is, like, the be above 70% thing, which I hate. I hate that. I fucking hate that. You have the one that just kills you when it hits 0, but then you have, like, the one that's, like, a mish of the two, where if it hits 0, it reverts back to what the other meter would be. That's kind of a neat idea. I kind of like that. Why doesn't 2DX have that? And then you have, like, blaster gauge that happens on the Omega dimension. I don't even know how that works. And then I did, like, a skill analyzer course, and that has, like, a different gauge, except that one's, like, it kills you when it hits 0, but it's not as harsh. So it's kind of like DDR's grade life bar that it has now on its Dan courses, which, by the way, when the fuck are the Dan courses gonna, like, stop being Gold Clav exclusive? That's whack. That's weird, dude.
Happy birthday and congrats on the partnership. I assume facts are correct.
Thank you for the 1,000 bits, Emgo. It's not my birthday and I don't have partner. What the fuck? You a mega chair. I don't know what emote I just got. I think I got a fireball. Yeah, what Friday got? That's the one I got. Thank you very much, Emgo. What's with the broken sword?
Oh well, next time.
Thank you, Emgo. Thank you very much. No facts, Frag. This still isn't available on Steam, and it's looking like it never will be. When do I split? I don't know when to split. I'm gonna split there. Some of these splits are definitely fucking wrong, but I don't care. I'm definitely ahead. Later, Zella. Thanks for dropping by. Play more Pump. I will, when I get the chance, man. I like Pump, it's fun. I enjoyed it when I play it. It's music selection that gets me more than anything, really. Like, it's K-pop, and then it's like the originals are very sort of public domainy. I keep looking for Bamani songs. It's like, no Bamani here. Idiot. I want to go to the arcade again this Saturday. At the risk of getting stuck in fucking York again. I mean, I'm still trying to get my friend to go with me, but he's being difficult, as usual. This menacing energy. Man, that's fucked up. I know I feel like I'm inviting the question by asking if people actually do that in real life and, like, take advantage of... But I know they do. Of course they fucking do. Like, this is not an exclusive to fucking China thing. It's just it takes a different form. It doesn't even take that different of a form, actually, come to think of it. It's faith healing. It's just Chinese flavored. I'm not asking. It's just fucked up. Actually, is it common in... That's the thing. I've never heard of it in England. Like, we're still definitely a Christian nation. Like, we are a Christian as fuck nation, more to the point.
有看到烛火吗？那是美心的元神。烛火怎么样？火在闪烁，代表他现在魂不附体。还有看到什么？有看到美心吗？那你要找，看有没有你女儿的痕迹，看有没有可以通行的地方。
But like, we are still a Christian. We are a Christian as fuck society over here. Like, there's tons of churches in this fucking town, but I don't think we're a very spiritual society. Not England.
有光就跟着光走，有看到什么就讲出来，看看有没有美心留下的东西。
It's honestly, I don't know, it's honestly kind of fucking weird how that checks out.
有看到什么？纸船，船是不是漂在水上？水是慈湖观音在引路，跟着我念。
But I still don't think faith healing, if only just because that kind of television is not common programming. Like, we have, like, advertising laws and things like that. I get the feeling that kind of grift would actually be illegal in the UK, like, massively.
放水灯的河流，有没有可以通行的地方？河上有沙洲。
I can't say it's an element of that I've experienced or ever remotely heard of happening outside of America. Like, I don't know, I could be, like, due to obviously being, like, pretty much entirely disconnected from religion myself. I don't know if I just, like, lack the proper perspective, but it feels really weird sometimes, because we're still, like hella a Christian nation, but it feels as though we're, like, super fucking apathetic about it.
那很接近灵水，有一条路，继续跟着光，不要管桥下的人，他们在受自己的烈火。
Like, it's rarely a talking point. And in fact, there are, like, numerous... Like, you know how, like, in America, right, if someone wanted... If a candidate was, like, openly atheist, that would be, like, basically political suicide. There's fucking quite a lot of people in Parliament who are openly atheist. Not a lot of Muslims, though. Like, we'll consider that. Like, we're not a country that I say, like, would take their faith very seriously up until other faith happens, and then,
看天地，跟着我念心咒，恭迎慈湖观音，入世灵显四方。恭迎慈湖观音，入世灵显四方。
then it gets a bit more questionable,
恭迎慈湖观音。
as one may expect.
陆先生，这是地狱惩罚罪人的地方，这边和你没有关系，不要碰任何东西，赶快走过去。
That's a bit of a heavy topic, but, like, yeah, that's kind of my experience with it. I don't know how accurate that is. Like, I'm kind of like a weird hermit child, so I don't really claim to have, like, the greatest perspective on broader English culture. And especially with how, like, faith relates to it. I live near a fucking graveyard / church that oversees the graveyard. So, like, there's clearly something going on over here. There's a shit ton of churches within, like, the block radius of where I live. Like, by the way, I get location envy from you, Zoku. Playing Pokemon Go. All of your gifts are really interesting. I just have, like, 5 different churches. There's the Orthodox Church, there's the Methodist Church, there's the Spiritual Church. I don't know what the fuck that's all about, but there's a Spiritualist Church somewhat near me. There's the other church that's near the graveyard. There's the graveyard that also has a small church on it. And then there's the sort of the basic bitch church on the corner. That exists. That's there. Thing is, though, you can cherry pick interesting things. I can't cherry pick shit. I just have churches. Do you want churches or churches?
想见到慈湖观音，
Or the fact that like the local grocery store for some reason has like 3 Pokestops attached to it. Like, the clock attached. There are 2 clocks attached to that fucking grocery store, and both of them are Pokestops. It's like, okay, here's the grocery store clock. Here's the other grocery store clock, because they made a fucking. That's because that grocery store was converted out of a clock tower. Because that's British architecture.
那边有你的远程登录
It was a fucking clock
在
tower.
里面。等一下，
So there's still a clock there. Because there's no reason for a giant analog clock to be on top of a fucking grocery store. Of what use is this to the community? But it's there because it was probably a church once.
看到门了吗？进了门之后就要靠你自己，不管听到什么都不要理他。
It would explain the pretty weird structure of it.
慈孤观音的心咒。
杜风雨，
Moose Haven. I get shit like Goku
几年不见，
from Zoku. I think the most interesting thing I was able to get was like owl statue, where there's just a giant wooden statue of an owl in a park nearby, but it's not even there. It's a Pokestop that exists, which means there was a giant owl statue near that park at one point, but it's fucking gone. It's not there anymore. I can't see it. So I'm upset. The park has the more interesting Pokestops rather than my daily. My daily commute is like 6 fucking churches. Whereas all the interesting Pokestops are in the park. There's like chairs hollowed out of boulders over there. That's a Pokestop. That's cool. You can sit in them too. They work. There's the owl statue. There's the random BMX track that exists in the park that is a great idea if you want to break your neck.
还是被压死。
There's also for some reason 2 bowls clubs near me. Like bowls, like bowling, but not like bowling like 10-pin, like bowls. Like, is that too British? Do people know what bowls is?
就在前面，去挽回你的希望。
Yeah, lawn bowls. I live near at least 2 like lawn bowling clubs. Jesus, Zoku. No. Wow. $1,000 on a mope. Jesus. Was it like a good one at least?
你的坚定驱除了那些魔障，现在慈孤观音亲自显身。没事
Like, I'm about to judge accordingly.
你要诚
An
心
IRL outlaw dating sim. Right, okay. I have judged very harshly. It has cratered into the ground. At least it's not fake Grand Order or Grand Blue, because like those are the obvious ones, you know. You got to be like a real hipster. I'm rubbing the mouse already. I'm also like shaking the shit out of my insulation doing the process.
化爱于心头阴霾。
Man, that's gross. I'm roasting everyone's gotcha. I gotcha. Definitely the tongue. Like, the fucking sobbing noise he makes after yanking his tongue out is like some whack shit. I mean, like, I have the cold comfort now of knowing this is merely, like, metaphysical. Which, like, I mean, it's pretty clear it's like a spiritual journey already, but you don't... Like, I don't know what Chinese spirituality looks like. Glackham, thank you for the host. You've come in at the end of an exciting run and also a really terrible time because I'm about to impale my own tongue. This is a really fucking gross thing to walk in on. Gross. Yeah, so I don't know the first thing about Chinese, but I do know the language of pain, and that's very convincing.
就回到那里做结。
How is DQ Walk anyway, other than the part where it's like sort of not playable outside of Japan? Yeah, Glackham, devotion is intense. To say the fucking least. This game is intense. Yeah, I like the voice acting in this game, even though I can't really understand it at all. I don't remotely speak this language, but the emotion comes across clear as fucking day. I mean, like, Chinese has that advantage because it's a very sharp language. On account of the tonality of it and stuff. You can't level for shit in the US. Why do I get the feeling the UK would be no better? That's kind of shit. But I'm not surprised, but that is kind of shit. Hi, Tag. Okay, by the way, we're done like mutilating ourselves now. You can open your eyes. Although, like, he is banging his head against the floor. I mean, that's a real thing. You've come in at the tail end of this second run of Devotion, which has gone much smoother than the first, as you may notice, although these splits are kind of fucked up. Some of that's wrong, but I'm definitely still ahead, so who cares? You missed the icky bits? Yeah, you missed a part where we pulled our own eyeball out and then pulled our own tongue out. It was gross. It's very gross. It made me kind of sick on the first playthrough. Now I'm used to it, so I don't care anymore. Someone pushed an advert through my letterbox for like a gaming arena. Like someone bought a warehouse in the industrial district and just filled it with like gaming computers and consoles and stuff. This is the only interesting piece of junk mail anyone's ever sent me. It's like a stone's throw away from where I actually work. I swear, if they ever get a DDR machine in that place, they're never getting rid of me. I don't even care if it's like an older mix. If they get like a supernova in there, I'm fucking golden. Hi, Ven. You've come in at the end of the run of the horrible tongue rip game. This run is going much better than my last run. The run is pretty much over at this point, by the way. Like, but unfortunately, you may notice there's still 3 minutes to go because you have to walk. Do I think sub 1 will be a thing? God, no. I don't. Unless someone actually finds like a real skip, I don't see it. That's also me being too fucking slow on the draw. I thought that conversation lasted longer than it did. Like, this run is extremely uncomplicated. This is one of like the easiest speedruns I've ever done because it's like barely a speedrun. I know people use the word like walking simulator somewhat like arbitrarily, but this run really is like, I'd say this run is approximately like 60% hold W. Go faster. I tested a few things on this section, by the way, to try and figure out if there was any way to make this go slightly faster than just holding W. I tried walking backwards. That doesn't work. If this guy can step through this fucking door slightly quicker, this actually does have pretty sporting odds of being record. Yeah, this is record. By a fucking mile, that's record. Like, we technically still have input, but as soon as she starts talking, the run is over. I could, like, go take a piss and the run would complete at this point. By a fucking mile, that's record as well. World record was like 1:10:11. I smashed that. Oh, 1:10:01. Either way, still fucking smashed it. Cute Kirby art. You still smash it, but what the fuck? I have an NVN2 SSD. My loads are quicker. Yo, what the fuck? GGPO is open source. Not open source. free.
我好喜欢那个时候。
This is the weirdest thing I've ever read. This is hilarious. This guy is going so apeshit over this game. Anyway, yeah, that's world record. By like a lot, actually, too. Well, welcome to having an M2 SSD. I guarantee you all that time save is fucking loads because I have an M2 SSD. Guarantee it. I haven't timed it, but that's probably it. "21 seconds. I get you just do run, get world record on your second attempt. I guess I don't need to play this game anymore. I win. It's over. It was worth doing a second run because I immediately got record. Victory. I can add another notch to my belt. I'm not wearing my belt. Where's my belt? Oh, fuck it. I'll notch my belt later. Where is my belt? It's underneath the fucking sound vortex controller. My belt. This thing's ratty. I was gonna speedrun Devotion. Like, that's the thing, is that he beat me to it. Like, I wasn't hyped about being the first non-Asian on the board, because that thought never even occurred to me. Mostly because, you know, like, being Japanese literate means I fucking barely care about that. But I wanted to speedrun it, and he did it first. He beat me to it. Does Ek have an M2 SSD? Because he might... Is this world record? Yeah, by like a lot at that. And it's not because of execution. I felt like I was pretty whatever on that front. Were people wanting to run this game just like pirate it? I guess! I can't say yes, but yes! I just said yes.
我们回家吧。
Well